I'm glad I got this camera, which is the Panasonic S1 full frame camera, because I used to use this camera, which is the Panasonic G7, which is a micro four thirds. It came with a 14 to 42 lens, and what I didn't realize, even though I had it all the way down to 14, it's really a 28, and I couldn't really get where I shot like what I have right now. To order to do that, I would have to get like 7 or 10 millimeter, and that's in fisheye range. So I didn't want to have to fix it in post. Video probably would look weird. And plus, this S1 got better low light performance. It has a 20 to 60 millimeter on there. 20 is actually 20. I learned a few things doing this YouTube thing. But anyway, I digress. I'm not using my teleprompter today. It doesn't matter. When I use it, it sounds like I'm reading anyway. It's still something I have to get used to. But what's up? How you doing? For the past few weeks, I have had some shit going on. I started school full time because I'm switching careers due to health issues. The first thing that pissed me off, this is my server, the power supply shit itself. Luckily, it didn't take anything else with it, but I couldn't do any planned unraid videos I wanted to do, so they had to be pushed back to the back burner. Then a few days later, my switch gave up the ghost. I don't know what the fuck was going on. I said maybe it's just UPS. So I switched out my UPS, because the day that the power supply went off, that's how I knew, because it was over here screaming, giving me an error code F05, which means short across the terminals, and the UPS is running on batteries. Also, I wanted to take my videos to the next level, doing on-screen tutorials. I wanted them to be in 4K. I wanted to record myself separately in 4K and my screen in 4K, but I didn't have enough graphics card. I wanted to get a 5090, but that's just unattainable right now. Even if they did have it in stock, the prices were averaging from $35,000 to $4,000. I'm like, I'm not doing it like that to need to pay that much for a video card. So I did get a 5080 and upgraded my computer to 9960X Threadripper for the price of a 5090. And this is right here. You can see right now it's looking kind of empty. That kind of bothering me. At first I wasn't going to air cool it. I wasn't going to water cool it, but I'm like, I already got everything. Only thing I need to do is get the blocks and the tubing and some fitting. I want to get a little bit larger tubing. I already replaced the power supply in this computer with a refurnished Corsair RM1000X. It's the same power supply which is in my main rig. I wanted to replace it with the same one that was in here, but it was selling used for way too much money. So I ended up getting this one. Only cost me $100. And the reason why I chose this one, because like I use custom cables for this one. So all the regular cables I still have. So if I needed any additional cables, I would already have them. It's trying to save a buck or two. I did have that EVJ 1000 GQ power supply for, I'd say, about 10 years. So I guess it's about time for it to give it a ghost. So I'm adding my old graphics card to my server for transcoding, because I noticed I had At first, I had two 970s in here. It didn't work out because they terrible at decoding. They terrible. All the decoding was happening on the CPUs, and that's kind of slow. So I'm gonna put this one in. I bought this a few years back, a little after it came out, because the guy, I don't know, I guess he needed some money and he was selling it, but he couldn't sell it for much because he didn't have the air cooler. And not everybody does custom cooling. Even if I did have the cooler, I would have issue putting it in here. It would interfere with the HBAs because it's a triple. It would be a triple slot card, like for my desktop. Like I was considering this, fuck it, this air cool it, save that money. But like I mentioned earlier, I already have the majority of the water cooling components. All I need to do is get the blocks and do that. But I will be using, this was the radio on the back of the main PC. I'm gonna use it in this one because I'm not putting it back in here because all they did just made the tubing complicated, too complicated. So when I redo it, I just put it in the 460 or it's a 480, wherever it is. I put that back in the top and the 360 in the front, and just call it a day. No more radios than that. That's pretty much all I need. Because I was kind of concerned, would this be enough for the 2080 Ti? Yes, because some of them came with just this or an air cooler. So I'm like, okay, fine. I just use this since I already have, so I wanted to buy a new one. And that's it. Right now, I just got to figure out how I'm gonna get all this in there. As you can see, my server is up and running. It happens to be the next day because after I finished, I went to sleep. I was tired. But the installation went well enough. But those two SSDs you saw got wet, died. I should have been more careful, but I really didn't care about those SSDs because they was near end of life and needed to be replaced anyway. I just didn't want to replace it now with the current prices. The card is recognized and it's hard at work transcoding and it stays within thermal limits. The highest I seen was 74. But the only issue I have when it's running at full tilt, the heat is ridiculous. It puts off a lot of heat, enough heat to warm a small room. But I am satisfied with the results. I'm using B frames and to get a smaller file with TDAR. Let's take a look at it. As you can see, I still have a long way to go. A lot of files are still in queue. A lot of health checks are still in queue. But so far, the number of transcodes was 675. I say 213.7 gigabytes. Number of health checks, 2,258 so far. Thank you for watching. If you want to see videos like this, like and subscribe. I have quite a bit more coming.